Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Beyonce in this disaster of a Cowboy Carter era, you guys. And this time she has pissed off the Beyhive, which we're going to get to in a few moments with receipts. A couple of things I just wanted to clarify from my previous video. I know there were comments saying Beyonce's not from the Midwest and all these things. Here's the thing. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of where she's from. I was simply saying her promoting and doing fan events in Japan when the demographics for the quote-unquote country music fan is here in the United States, and I was giving locations as examples of where potentially Beyonce could do album release parties or fan meet and greets here in the States that, you know, obviously have a long supporting demographics of country music supporters. However, that didn't happen, right? And also I want to say, if you are not aware, this is not a Beyonce hate channel. I have said time and time again, I have been a long-time Beyonce fan, preferred her music more so with Destiny's Child and her first solo records. However, there have been a lot of things that have happened over the years that have either been swept under the rug or, you know, people got shut down for speaking the truth, right? And now more than ever, there have been a lot of erratic behavior and a lot of things that have just been mad, essentially, that we have to call out, to the carpet and have receipts for, because more people are picking up on what it is, right? So it's not personal. I've been to every single Beyonce tour with the exception of the couple that she purposely delayed, releasing a new album for to get more money, which, you know, it's her prerogative, but I wasn't supporting that. But nonetheless, I'm not the enemy. and I'm not always going to say things that you guys are going to agree with. However, I'm not monolithic. I'm not going to follow groupthink. I'm not afraid to say my opinion, but this notion that you're not allowed to critique Beyonce or have a differing opinion on Beyonce, we're in 2024, you guys, and this is part of the problem why some of you are not being honest about this Cowboy Carter album not being Beyonce's best work, right? And just hyping it up because it's Beyonce, but this has allowed her for the past several solo albums to put out mediocre music. And that's not right? So let's get into some things. So what has happened as Beyonce has released the vinyl, collector's item for the fans. But Houston, we have a problem. So the official Vinyl on Sale account, I posted the following tweet yesterday, and it says, Beyonce's Cowboy Carter now up on Amazon for $39.98. Also, I guess her vinyl were pressed early because the following songs are missing from all vinyl: Spaghetti, Flamenco, The Linda Martell Show, Yaya, and Oh Louisiana. Wild move to say the least. So a couple of things. Despite Beyonce saying that this album was inception from COVID or from how she felt she was treated at the CMAs, there definitely was last minute additions to this album due to the backlash regarding whether or not this truly was a country music album, because Linda Martell, those of you who know your history, who pioneered black females in country music, Beyonce included the Spaghetti track, which features her, as well as the Linda Martell Show, you guys. And the Oh Louisiana is a Chuck Berry track, you guys. So this was not a part of the original 27, songs that were, officially released to you guys the other day when this album officially came out, globally, but particularly yesterday after midnight, for the U.S. But the fans are not happy. And the Beyhive is very upset. So here's a few receipts, because I like to show you guys receipts to just let you know this isn't just me just popping off or just saying anything, but let's get into it. So one fan says, releasing an album for full price but leaving 5 tracks off of it is a bleep move. Yeah, apparently 4 tracks are missing, even though 2 discs have enough space for them. What is this, Beyonce? This is actually super slimy, considering shipping was $14, sales were final, and this was not disclosed in the product details. Oh, I'm bleeping pissed now. I pre-ordered and I will be returning to sender. Beyonce, do not make me file a claim with my bank since you want to play. Beyonce, I just bought your Cowboy Carter vinyl and I am hearing that 5 songs are missing. Are you scamming or what is this? Because this is just a lot. So that is just some of the popular responses to this verified account's tweet about the tracks being missing. Here's what I think, right? I think, like I said, obviously, there were some last minute tweaks that were made to this album due to the backlash. I stand on that. And also, I feel as well that Beyonce wanted to hurry up and rush and get these vinyls out to also be included as well with the pre-orders for, to maximize as much album sales as possible. But typically, for the collector sets of the vinyls and collectors, CDs and things, if it's not ready to go by the album's release, usually you'll come out, sometime after the initial release of the album to be like, hey, here's a deluxe edition. Here's a collector's item, that's going to feature some additional things for the fans. The fact that this collector's item is literally missing things for the fans because there are actual people who play vinyl records and are not just buying this to just have as a decoration piece at their house, it's a little insulting. And you're spending extra money paying over 3 times what it cost, for these streaming services to support Beyonce, to have a specialty collector's item that you diehard fans are going to have that the average fan or casual fan isn't going to have, and she's basically giving you her behind a kiss because it's all about those first week sales for her. And that's where, a lot of people feel that Beyonce's not personal, Beyonce's not genuine, but throws these things at you guys when she needs your support to either buy her albums or buy her concert tickets. But clearly this was a rushed era. Clearly Act 2 was a rushed era because this is clearly a response to Beyonce not winning Album of the Year for Act 1. So this era completely got rushed, and clearly some songs either were not recorded in time or were not even thought out in time, but this was like the big answer, like, hey, we got to push a different genre now to try to get Album of the Year. We need to push additional tracks to wrap up the streaming. We need to push additional tracks so that Beyonce has more songwriting credits to potentially win Album of the Year finally. And so when you look at it from that perspective, and then you go back to the Grammys a couple of months ago where the rollout begins, where Beyonce's in the cowboy getup, and then Jay-Z, knowing he was going to win this award, gets on there and talks about how it's an insult that Beyonce still hasn't won Album of the Year, even though she is the most nominated and most awarded Grammy award winner ever. This, it still came off a little pretentious. It still came off, turned some people off. But nonetheless, we get the announcement that this country album's coming out. And we get the whole promo. We get all these things. And people are calling it a country album. Because originally, the 2 singles originally were listed as pop songs on iTunes, you guys. But the moment that, this whole rollout happened, this was like the grand plan to just hurry up and switch this up and say this is a country album, even though Beyonce said herself that this is not a country album, it's a Beyonce album. However, you primarily feature people who are prominent in country or who have country music related roots or what have you, and are still trying to market this to a specific demographic, even though clearly even now it's still primarily your black audience that is going up for you. And that's the piece that keeps getting missed here. The moment that Beyonce, went into her formation era, that was the moment where, pop icon Beyonce, a lot of, other fans realized, oh, this isn't for us. And that was a huge demographic of Beyonce's that unfortunately did not ride with her after that, right? So that is why, also in part, she is receiving a lot of backlash now because people do not feel this era is genuine.
people do not feel that this is authentic of Beyonce and that this is a quick era to try to see if she does another genre, if she puts as many songs as possible on this album, will that guarantee her that album of the year next year, right? And if you don't believe me that she's not pressed about album of the year, we are also going to talk about a couple other of her songs in which she specifically is letting us know that she is bothered that she has not won album of the year, which is why a lot of times she does not speak out and has either Jay-Z or her mom do it on her behalf. Because based off the lyrics of the song, clearly she's still upset about not having album of the year. So there is that. So let me know in the comments, even Beyhive, let me know in the comments, those of you who have ordered a Cowboy Carter vinyl CD or those of you who haven't, what do you think of 5 tracks missing? And this is supposed to be a collector's item. This is supposed to be $40 that you're spending of your hard-earned money that is supposed to feature all the bells and whistles. And you're missing 5 tracks. The streaming services, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, they all have the 27 songs that you are missing. Make it make sense. So let me know in the comments what you think. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.